All right. So well, that's sweet. They got a cool locking feature. What? I didn't know that happened.
Just a few months ago, I thought I was living the American dream, owning my own business, you know, the suit and tie thing. But at the end of the day, I didn't love it. It wasn't fueling my passion. So I sought out a position in a brand new industry, which led me to Matt. I've always been into cars, and now that I'm here doing marketing and content creation, it got me thinking, why not me, right? Why shouldn't I give a shot at building a car that I could enjoy and put it up on YouTube to share my passion with other enthusiasts? The only problem is, what car? And what can I possibly do that hasn't been done before?
What is up, YouTube? Charlie here from MA Performance. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because we've got all kinds of cool stuff coming around this Evo 10 build that I've got going on. In the last episode, we went through and we actually tore into this car. There's currently no turbo, no exhaust manifold, no downpipe or anything connected to this car from the engine back. So today, since we are currently waiting for the turbo to show up for the car, can't tell you what we did yet, but a few of you guys have commented on here saying that we're 8, 9, 6, however many episodes at the time in, and it still looks like a stock car. Even worse, we've got a Lancer wing, we've got a Lancer trunk, we've got these stock wheels, we've got stock headlights, stock taillights. And so today I'm gonna start actually addressing some of the looks on this car while we wait for the other parts to show up. Now, typically, I'll tell you guys, I'm the kind of person who would rather make the car faster and look stock than have a really cool looking car that's got no go, right? Anyways, today we're gonna start, and I've got some really cool things we're gonna do. We've got new taillights that are going in today. We've got a new wing that's going on today. And we've got new headlights that are going on today. And if I have time, we've even got a front lip that's going on. Now, I did also already order some wheels for this car, but we're waiting for those to show up. I'm not gonna tell you what they are yet, but they're pretty dope. Actually, I'd love to hear what your guys' guesses are down in the comments. Let me know what wheels you think I ordered for the car. And maybe if you guys guess the wheel, if you guess the wheel and the color right, I might have a cool giveaway for you. We'll see. Anyways, leave your comments down below. We'll see what you guys think. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started taking these stock parts off the car, and then I'll show you guys what's going on it. All right, you guys, so as you can see, we got the wing off. What do you guys think? Wingless look? I mean, right now it just looks like a Lancer, but I don't know, maybe I should have just gone with the wingless look when we had that stupid wing on this whole time. It would have looked a lot better. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think, but this is obviously super dirty. So before we go ahead and put a new wing on, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a bit on both sides. And this side's like super sticky and nasty. What in the hell is that from? Honestly, I don't even wanna know, but nonetheless, very shortly, you guys will see the wing we're putting on this car. We're not going wingless, I'll tell you that. Wax on, wax off. This stuff smells like cinnamon, like a big red. I've never actually smelt a car product that had a cinnamon finish to it. Getting this side all good. Again, I'm really just trying to get these areas clean where we're gonna have the new wing, because odds are I won't be cleaning under that again for a long time. So the wing that we're gonna put on, let's talk about that. All right, you guys, so as you can tell, the wing's the APR carbon fiber wing. It's a 67-inch carbon fiber wing. That's the widest size that we currently had available to us for shipping, and honestly, this is the size I probably would have picked had I had my chance at literally just grabbing every single one of them off a shelf. So when I found out we could get this one in short order, I was pretty pumped. Realistically, I definitely wouldn't have picked any other wing. As you guys can tell, APR makes some amazing products, and this is definitely falling within those lines. The risers, the end caps, the mounting points to the bottom with a rubber watertight seal that you can make on that. The wing itself, I mean, if you just look at the carbon fiber twill on it, it looks absolutely amazing. I can't find anything in it to complain about. Not only that, but they include all this brand new hardware as well, so every bolt that connects to your wing is getting replaced. All right, so what we're doing right now is, because we had a Lancer trunk, I'm gonna put all this stuff together for the wing here, at least the risers, the wing. We're gonna put it together just to see if it'll line up on there with the holes that are there. I already know that these don't, but I wanna make sure that if I go in and drill it, that everything will actually fit. So I wanna assemble this all first the way that I would put it on the car, bring it over, see how it fits, and again, if it does sit on there decently, we'll know then that we can drill it, or where we can drill it at least. So I'm putting this together now. All right, you guys, so we did figure out how the wing will mount up, but we do need to drill some holes, and because I want to make sure that they are precise and perfectly in the right spots, we're going to hold off on that until I've got a few people here that have done a little bit more than me when it comes to this sort of stuff, and I just want to make sure that it's mounted up perfectly. So now that I know that that'll for sure fit, what I'm going to actually do is get started on the tail lights, because I didn't want to put in taillights obviously into a trunk that was going to have to get replaced. So now that I know the trunk doesn't need to be replaced, we just got to drill some holes, which is no big deal. It's time to address these taillights. We actually ordered in taillights that we don't actually sell on our website, but they are, in my opinion, the coolest looking taillights for an Evo 10. So if you don't know, these are the VLAND smoke taillights. On the car, they're going to look pretty dark, but these must be the right side. So on the car, they're really dark, but when you turn the lights on and these things are all wired up, they look so dope. All right, you guys, so we're just at the point now where we're ready to put these new taillights in. I actually went ahead and figured out how it all works so that I could more properly explain how you guys could hook these up, because they do come with instructions. The English in it isn't like 100% perfect, so it's kind of hard to make sense of, and the diagrams don't really make a ton of sense either. I mean, you'd think they're self-explanatory, but outside lights, you've got these 3 plugs, okay? As you can see on these, there is a top and a bottom side with a connection. So initially, when we wired these up, I actually had them upside down and they weren't working. So if you look inside on your plugs here, you'll be able to see, maybe if I get out of the way, you'll be able to see right there that there's the one for the bottom and that's the one for the top. So you'll be able to see those, and that's how you'll know where to line them up to. Additionally, this one has 3 wires. This one only has 2. This one doesn't get used. And you can see mine are a little fried up, but this is the one that doesn't get used at all. These 2 bigger ones do get used. This is a wire that comes with the actual kit that we just run through, and it connects to these up here, to the inside lights. I'll get this side in. Installing them is pretty easy. So again, I hooked up the driver's side completely, and then you connect them to the passenger side. Same thing on these outside lights for the passenger side. I've already got them in, I just don't have it screwed in yet. All right, so I figured now would be a good time to go ahead and explain actually how the wiring works with this. So these taillights are actually pretty simple to install once you get the concept behind how they work. The only issue is that from the factory, they don't come with a whole lot that helps explain everything. I mean, the diagram is what it is, but they spelled brake lights wrong. So, I mean, take that for what it's worth. Anyways, the outside taillights are gonna be wired independently. Now, the taillights themselves have connectors that look like this. There's a top and a bottom, a left and a right. So make sure that you install those correctly. Otherwise, obviously nothing's gonna work. So essentially, once you use the factory bulb connectors from your car, I don't know if I can get these out right now. They're pretty well in there. But you'll essentially just put these from your taillights into the factory connectors, and then that'll hook up obviously just like directly to the wiring that the car has. Again, outside taillights are gonna be wired independently. However, the driver's side taillight is going to then feed the inside taillights, okay? So as you guys can see, possibly there's this wire here that I wired up through the trunk. up to this one, which is gonna power that. And then this bridges between this to the next tail light. And there you go. I mean, you're not gonna use these two things, that's normal. So all in all, pretty simple. We do have the resistor box installed up here on the back side of this. There's just like some 3M tape that you use. But otherwise, I mean, there's not much else to these taillights. Again, they wire up independently on the outsides. Insides are fed by the driver's side. Simple as that, really. Now, the only other thing I do want to address with these is why it is that we don't sell them on our website, right? If you guys go in the description below, you guys are gonna see that it is an Amazon affiliate link, and realistically, that's because when we did originally sell them, I believe it was some time ago now, but we did sell them, and we did get a lot of complaints about the lights dying within a shorter period of time. So with that being said, with them being LEDs and all that stuff, you can't actually just go and replace them. Like, it's an entire lighting strip that's installed. So you have to replace the entire unit itself, right? And on top of that, I don't believe we had super clear visibility on the availability of the taillights themselves. And we like to sell parts that we know when you'll get them, right? We don't want to tell you it's going to be a week and have it be 3. Nobody likes that. So nonetheless, that's why we didn't sell them on our site. That's why we currently don't. We do want to look into possibly adding them there. But again, for all intents and purposes of getting you guys these taillights, if you like them, we do have an Amazon affiliate link down in the description below. And if you're interested in getting them, you can go ahead and click that. It does give us a little kickback, so we appreciate you using the link. Nonetheless, why don't I go ahead, get in the car, turn these on, you guys can see how they look for yourself. Personally, as they sit when the car's off, it doesn't look bad, but they don't look amazing. I think that they look amazing when the car's on. So we'll show you what that looks like. All right, so this is what happens when you turn the car on. Here's gonna be your brake light. Here's gonna be the hazard or turn lights. And then here is the ultra bright reverse lights. All right, there you have it, guys. That's how they look. Next, what we got to do is dial in everything for the actual wing. So as you guys saw the last thing that I believe you saw was time lapses of me drilling these holes. What we got to still do is drill the inside layer of the trunk through this inside hole to mount the wing itself, because this says, I believe I explained, is a Lancer trunk, which has different holes than what the Evo has. So it's different holes. That's all you need to know. So we're drilling. Have at it, bud. I trust you. Don't f this up, because I definitely spent a lot of time drilling this precisely.
That's a for sure hole. It's kind of hard to
Try not to drill through any electrical.
Oh.
Oh, you broke the tip. Well, at least I didn't do it.
Center a little too hard, bud.
Don't do what Tiny just did. Or better yet, buy a wing that's designed to fit your car. Don't use a Lancer trunk for your Evo wing, because you're gonna have this problem. All right, you guys, so while Tiny's back there drilling those holes, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this bumper off. All right, you guys, so Tiny just finished up getting all of the this inside hole drilled out for us. So essentially, when you're gonna assemble these on your Evo 10, you're not gonna have to worry about drilling any of these holes. It's got the 3 mounting brackets through the bottom. These are just studs that you screw into the riser itself. And then essentially the whole thing just slides into place.
He makes it sound that easy.
It theoretically is that easy.
Just give it a little tap. Oh, there you go. It's mint.
And there you go. Now all you gotta do, pick the trunk up, put the brunk in the brunk, and you'll have to just put your nuts on.
Oh, I'm seeing an issue here.
Well, you can re-drill those appropriately. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these outer ones on, and I'll let him mess around with the other stuff.
Well.
2 hours later. All right, so as you guys can see, we've just been mounting the wing. You wanna make sure that you got the risers on the inside portion, and then adjust the pitch. I mean, I don't really know if there is a science behind this, but I'm just setting it to the middle ground right now. All right, so there we have it. The wing is 100% installed. As you guys saw, it's just 3 bolts on each of the pedestals from the risers, and then the 2 bolts that secure the risers to the actual wing itself. And then as you guys saw us assemble these just 2 end, I think they're called end caps. Honestly, don't really know. Either way, you know what I'm talking about. Again, wings installed. I think it looks super sick. Personally, it does look a little bit off because we don't have the wheels on the car yet. Notice I said the wheels, not like wheels, because we have wheels. We just haven't gotten the tires in yet, so we haven't gotten a chance to put them on. So looks a little bit funny, but imagine the car with some really dope wheels. It'll make it all make sense. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we can now go up and finish the headlights. Show you guys the headlights. We also went with the VLAND headlights. Same situation as the ones that we used on the taillights. Same brand that we use for the taillights. Again, this is also one of those products that we don't sell on our website because in the past we looked into it. We maybe had inconsistent supply chains or just maybe not as reliable of a product in the long term, so we stopped selling it. But if you guys are interested in getting these headlights for your car, again, there's gonna be an Amazon affiliate link in the description. So if you guys are into it and wanna help support the channel, go ahead and check them out. Otherwise, here's what they look like off the car from the outside. So there's a couple variations of this headlight, one with like a demon eye, whereas this is like a red projector, but I just went with the standard projector bulb. All right, guys, so just getting this first headlight in, taking a look at kind of how the wiring works itself, making sure that the fitment is okay on the headlights. Ooh, yeah, baby. So, I mean, I just got it clicked into place as you guys saw here. I got this first one attached. There's just one other daytime running lights. I mean that I'd got to run through this front support, but I mean, the fitment actually looks really good. Originally I was worried because I couldn't get it to click into place properly, but I mean the fitment on it looks really on point, as you guys will be able to see. Insert B-roll. Yeah, I'm really excited to get the rest of this other side wired up and just do like a test turn on and see how they look. They're gonna be dope. All right, before I go ahead and put this in, I figured I would explain how the wiring works on this, because as you guys can see, there's wiring that's got to come off into the car. So let's see, there's going to be a short side. Here's the long side. So the long side so let me back it up. First thing you got to do is take off your fuse panel and pop it into anywhere where there's going to be like a daytime running light fuse, essentially. So that's going to come off of here and feed the short side, which is not the one in my hand. That'll go over to here. The short side will get plugged into this spot on the headlight. So there's only 2 places you can plug stuff in. Then your OEM lights, that harness right here, this pin, I don't know what the technical term is, but that'll just plug right on in on the headlight to here. And then that one that we wired into the fuse box, this one, would go into this side. So after some brief review, is that it doesn't go in the standard daytime running light fuse spot, as you'll see if you reference your fuse panel. Where it actually goes is the second panel up. You should have like a red 10 fuse right there that you'll pull and you can put that one up. So we'll get a close up on it here so you guys can see, but it's just the second one up. It's the red 10, you pull that one, slap her in, and this should go.
21 in your engine bay fuse box.
There we go. Yeah, nonetheless, it doesn't make sense, but it works apparently, so there we go.
It makes sense, but just in not a way that is coming out of my mouth right now.
I don't understand it at all, so we'll leave it at that. So all that's left to do at this point, honestly, is to slap the bumper back on. enough at least to hold it in place. And then we'll get some finishing shots so you guys can see what it looks like all buttoned up. All right, you guys, so there you have it. Obviously, this video took us way longer to make than normal, but I also didn't plan on going in for an emergency appendix surgery. Also, to my surprise, I was able to get the fog lights to work that never worked on the car yet. I'm not sure what I did to fix it, but they work right now. Also, to our surprise, we ordered the standard projector headlights and we ended up with the Demon Eye ones. Not sure what I think about them. You guys have to let me know what you think down below. Overall, as you guys can see, today we changed the headlights, the taillights, the wing, and even as a little bonus feature, got the fog lights to work. If you guys are interested in getting the headlights or the taillights, again, we'll have Amazon affiliate links down in the description below. If you guys love them, you'll have to let us know. Just down in the comments below or shoot us a message, DM, wherever. Otherwise, the wing is something we sell on our site, APR Wing, GTC 300. Obviously, they sell phenomenal products. We can't speak highly enough about them. So definitely something I recommend. I love the look of it. Like I said, it looks a little bit off right now because we haven't gotten around to putting the wheels on, waiting for the tires to show up. As soon as we get those in, we'll be putting them on the car. Believe me, I really want that to happen. So it's gonna happen very soon, trust me. But anyways, guys, that's where we're gonna end it for today's video. In the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and finally get the turbo, the downpipe, and the manifold back in, and we'll make sure that we get this car running fast again. Take it out, probably do some shoots now that it looks a little different. Who knows, we might even slap a lip on the car pretty quick here. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.